Greetings, fellow adventurers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to our Adventurer Guild, the final episode of the marathon, episode 22. Strong teammates and stronger teams. So all of the red team will be back in action next turn. No one is free right now other than Fangface. There's nothing that Fangface can do on their own. So yeah, we just chill again. Now, the does not expire quests. Oh, here's a literacy course. So this is all characters gain intelligence. Taught by Magicka. Which is useful to analyze if anyone needs a little int boost, because I believe there is. I'm pretty sure Samurai is one of them at the very least. So the do not expire, I'm not going to worry about, like, right now. Because I can't fail those, so it's the timed ones that I'm more concerned about. Alright, assignment complete, time off is done. And Red can now do teamwork training. I'm going to actually force heal Quantum, not that he really needs it. And we have a new week. So I'll check the recruits as well for a potential fourth party. So let's talk about teamwork. If we take a look at the synergy first. In here, we have 2 open slots. On these slots, so we have party synergy of 84%. And these 2 slots, you can train special skills. So the way to do that is to go to the training ground. And then to go to teamwork training. Select Red Wolves and teach. And you can pick what skills you want. So the requirement for this, actually, I just realized, is you need a party leader and have at least 50% synergy. So we're going to actually need to unlock a party leader for this. But looking at the bonuses, receive damage by 10% for each adjacent ally. Increase change chance for 10% for each ally with this skill. Increase death resist 5% for each adjacent ally. Increase bonus hit chance for each adjacent ally surrounding the target from 5 to 10%. Reduce the chance of enemies targeting this character by 5% for each ally surrounding the enemy. And reduce the cost for arcane, physical, and divine skills by 5% passively. Huge bonuses. Really, really, really good bonuses. The other upgrade we need is Designated Leader. So in 2 days, we'll have a Designated Leader, and the red group will be able to designate a leader and then start doing group training skills. And you need to be level 8 for that. So they're the only ones that meet the threshold, but it's so powerful once you get there. I probably should have considered getting... Oh, actually, I already got the rare deliveries in the expanded. I just didn't get the pouch. I can live without. So red group can go do something. They're free. And I was actually more concerned with, like, getting the... Oh, they're already... Green is already on rare resources. Right. So, we've got minor quests for some gold and experience. We got a late shipment, which I really don't care about, because it's, like, for extra booze. A dangerous hunt, which gives us, tough monster hides, which is useful. It's the next tier leather for crafting material, which is probably what I'm going to go after, because it's timed. And then the missing soldiers is also timed, and that's a big windfall of gold. But green can do that once they're back. Helping the farmers is recurring. It's timed. So I think what I'm going to do with these guys is the dangerous hunt. And then send Icarus to join them. So the only one free right now is Fangface, and they just get to hang out again. The current priority is invest in equipment. Basically, once you hit this tier, you need to start making like blue tiered gear, or you fall behind quickly and enemies will overwhelm you. So that's what we're trying to avoid. Assignment complete. We gained 9 ironwood and 6 black iron. Good news. Ferdinand the Talking Sword is ready to be upgraded. Who's currently equipping it? And let's also level up Cyber Eye. And pray that he gets some int. Okay, he got in. Good. Oh, right. I'll look at new people in a second. Iron Zach, you have it? Okay, so I'm unequipping Ferdinand, going to the blacksmith, and upgrading Ferdinand. Done. Ferdinand is now extra chatty. Very strong. Good accuracy. And then... oh, and you want to talk to me about him. Oh boy. Hi, Barrett. Hello, Guildmaster. You wanted to talk to me? No. Someone else. Guildmaster! You have to see this! Oh, it's you. Watch my blade, Guildmaster. Do you know something different about it? It looks sharper? That's right! Master Smith has improved me. I'm a much deadlier weapon now. And furthermore, I can do this now. Ah! Did you just wiggle? Perfect observation, Guildmaster. I've gained the ability to move my body ever so slightly. How did you do that? It wasn't me. I'm good. Not that good. Maybe it's because when my blade gets improved, I also grow with it? You mean you could gain even more abilities when we upgrade you more? That seems to be the case. Also, there's something else. There's even more to this? Yes. I started to remember my past. Really? What did you remember? I remember that I've been stuck in the rock for more than 20 years. That's horrible. Why do you sound excited? Don't you see, Guildmaster? That means there's a possibility to find out about my past as long as we keep upgrading me. I didn't know you were that eager to know your past. Who wouldn't want to know about their past? Maybe I used to be some knight and some evil wizard turned me into a sword. Maybe I have a family. Maybe they're still alive. Are you sure you want to know that? It could make your current predicament even seem worse. Ha! You're asking the man who wouldn't break even knowing that he's been stuck on a boring rock for 20 years. Or maybe I'm a woman. I've never considered that possibility. Why wouldn't I? Is that the indication that I'm a man? Or maybe I'm a woman who identifies as a man? There are so many possibilities. Guildmaster, you have to help me regain my memories. I'm too excited to know. I guess we can do that when we got the materials. Marvelous. I really hope you won't regret it. Maybe you will. Alright, nice. Iron Zach, you get your big old blade back. There it is. And it now has even more accuracy. So that like wiggling that he can do actually makes it more accurate. Because he can, you know, help you aim or something. Just swords being swords. Team Green, you are all set to be deployed out again on assignment. And let's do an assignment that's going to time out. So let's go get the missing soldiers, because that gives us experience. And it also gives us a lot of gold. And, you know, we could, like, low-key use gold. And I'm going to send Fang Face on this one, because it's an assignment, so it doesn't really matter. There's no party that matters. So the minor quests, not a big deal. The late shipment, not a big deal. The dangerous hunts we wanted to do, we're doing. The merchant seized bodyguard we wanted to do, we're doing. And the missing soldiers we wanted to do, we're doing. Good. Recruits. Scarred, drunk, nope. Healthy body, talented, and dumb. If only you weren't dumb. Greedy, okay. Impatient, quick, and healthy body. So, Dex and Endurance don't really mesh very well together. You have some good base strength, but you will probably struggle in leveling up your strength. Because you have only 50% strength. If you switched from Archer to Warrior, you would be able to level up your strength and endurance reasonably enough to be able to, like, be a Knight, maybe? barely. So that's a possibility. It's a possibility to bring in Malcolm. Alice. Iron Skin. So Iron Skin's a little weird, where it's like, if you're a dedicated tank, physical resistance is really nice, but like, it hurts to get spellcasted on even more. And she's also determined and insightful, so that's wisdom and willpower. The problem is, this doesn't like add up to something nice, because if you're a tank with Iron Skin, you also want good strength, which she does not have, even as a rogue, because rogues get like C strength, which is not terrible. So I don't think that there's a lot of build possibilities for her, because she's kind of like restricted. And no, it wouldn't be very good for paladins, because paladins are going to be targeted by arcane skills. I don't know. I mean, there's a possibility there, but she's just... I don't know. There's not enough growth. So some of the classes, like Paladin, which requires you to have like a pretty decently high amount in everything, really requires the person to have something like Talented, which helps you with growth in everything. Because if you don't have Talented, you're just going to keep leveling up. Like in this case with Alice, if she tried to be a Paladin, she would just keep failing at intelligence, or like failing at willpower or something, or strength. And you'll have to keep changing classes to try to piece something together. Basically, it just makes it massively overcomplicated and annoying for me. You're drunk, you're hot-blooded, you're sickly, you're a death-wished maniac. What, you lose hit points and want to die, and that makes you happy? Okay. Rational, you're a glutton, and you're dumb. Ugh, boy. So the one I said was like a maybe was Malcolm. And I think Malcolm has a little bit more potential than Alice. So Malcolm it is. Raffle timer's up. Yeah, you haven't been too much of a pain, but Cyber-Eye has. Cyber-Eye cannot seem to eke out the int growth. Even as a mage, only getting 75% is kind of brutal, because it's not even a guarantee. So, yeah, Cyber-Eye occupies that annoying slot. And yes, we can do a literacy course for Cyber-Eye once Cyber-Eye is freed up to help out with that. But this is, like, only offered once ever. So it's one of these situations where it's like, okay, we can, like, boost him once ever, but, like, it's been a pain. It's been a right pain. And the same is true of Tavasker. Tavasker, trying to become the Bard just ain't freaking happening, man. Endurance and willpower for 8 and 8, that has just not... I mean, his willpower is at 40% gain. Endurance at 45% gain. I can change classes to try to boost endurance, but then we're not boosting willpower. Or I could change classes to boost willpower, and then we're not boosting endurance. It's one of these just has been brutal. So this is what I'm saying. If you don't have the right traits, just don't do it. You won't get there. And that's been true here. Tavasker has intelligence and willpower, and even with the willpower build hasn't sucked. Even with First Disciple, the endurance has sucked, right? Like, First Disciple gives 25 bonus. It's still horrible gain, because we're not, like, talented or something. So, when you start to specialize in, like, 4 stats rather than 2, it just becomes a lot more challenging. And the classes themselves aren't that much stronger. In fact, in some cases, I would say they were even weaker. Like, one would make the argument Arcane Knight is, like, actually weaker than even being a mage or a knight. It's, like, the worst of both worlds. Or at least that's what a lot of people would say. Not necessarily me. I don't care about that kind of min-max. But, needless to say, you could find yourself putting a lot of effort in only to become a weaker version of either choice. So who's free right now? Only Tacos and Malcolm. So, Malcolm, let's add you to the roster. So I'm ready to sign you out and type you up. Malcolm is currently an archer. Has no aspirations at the moment. And is impatient, quick, healthy body. And yeah, Brazit, I don't think you need intelligence. You happen to be doing just fine. But that's not true for everyone. Some people don't have, stupidly high intelligence, like 16 or whatever. Even though you're huge. Like, you would not look at you and be like, oh, okay, he's a mage. Because you're like, I don't know, massive compared to everyone else. So with Malcolm being assigned, what I was thinking about Malcolm, so currently Malcolm obviously is benefiting, if we look at the attribute growths, benefiting from class for endurance. So normally endurance would be 60, but that's still pretty good from healthy body. And 50 from the archer class for strength. Right? But has a pretty high base dex from traits, 30, and a pretty high base endurance from traits. So anything that has endurance or dex as a secondary, like warrior to a knight, or ranger, or assassin perhaps. Although I don't know what your willpower is. Your willpower is pretty dang low. So maybe assassin would be a bit of a stretch. But warrior, or warrior to knight, or possibly ranger, because you do have good dex. Something like that. It'd be workable. One thing that I have not yet shown is the non-unique characters can also change their appearance. So you can change like facial hair and face. I haven't really been doing a lot of that because I just like want to leave them alone, and if I'm constantly changing them, I'm not even gonna be able to recognize them myself. Duckweed. Good name. Duckweed is from a small, unremarkable village where there's a lot of duckweed in the water. Duckweed and milfoil. There you go. You got a character, and you can decide what you want to do with them. Either way, whatever you want to do, I'm going to start the training lessons. The just generic level you up lessons, because you're going to need it. So ending turn. And the designated leader proposal has passed. So now we have the ability to designate leaders. I don't think enough of Team Red is around to bother, but we could either do Cicerone or Fig. It's pretty reasonable. Like the Paladin or the Assassin, we only have one of each. And just to demonstrate, like the only issue with this, however, is when you designate a leader, if that person loses their leadership role, they'll become unhappy. So to make a leader, you just click here. A party with a leader has an additional 5% chance to trigger chain attacks. Additionally, all party members gain a bonus on their bravery depending on the leader's willpower. So a high willpower is pretty helpful. Characters will lose mood if they lose their position as leader. So you don't want to ditch the position as a leader. And a good leader is one possibly that has ranged attacks, or one that has really high base willpower. So looking at willpower here, if we go to attributes, like Cicerone has a willpower of 15, so pretty high base willpower. There'd be a big bonus there. Fig has 11, isn't too shabby, which is why I said both of them could be pretty decent. Ben Deathheart has 9, Quantum is 6, and Hollis is 15. Hollis would be another good leader. As well, to be honest, because it's easy to rally people around a priest. And then, not that like attacks of opportunity and chained attacks are great for a priest, because they're generally not attacking people. So Quantum normally would be the better choice, and that's why generally people will make like bards and stuff, because bards are like rangers that have higher base willpower, generally speaking, right? Because a bard has is a willpower archer essentially, which is why they're such a good leader, because they have the good willpower and they have the range attacks to be able to chain with everyone. Because if you put someone like Quantum in, Quantum might join in the range attacks, but you know, he's not a good leader by himself. So, given that Ciceron is a 15, I'm just going to make the choice here and have like an assassin leader, which is super strange. Is it possible to have a stealth archer? Yes. It's not that easy, but yeah, it's possible. So, managing. We have a party synergy of 100% now, because it has a party leader. And as a result of that, they are eligible. They're busy for one more day, but eventually they will be eligible to do teamwork skills. Okay, there's no one free right now. I don't have a lot of money, so I'm not going to like invest in anything at the moment, because as much as I would like, blacksmith upgrade would be like the one I'm like the most. I just don't have the kind of cash for that at the moment. Did I check the merchant? Yeah, I mean the merchant is now carrying black iron and tough monster hide and stuff like that, but I just don't have a lot of buying power at the moment unless I start selling my own stuff, which I could do. It just doesn't feel great to, I can sell some of this junk, but it doesn't feel great to sell a bunch of items that it could potentially need in the near future. Alright, assignment complete, dangerous hunt. So we got tough monster hides. And assignment complete, merchant sees bodyguard, and that is a windfall of cash. We were paid for our work there. Ciceron even leveled up as a result of that. As if you needed to get stronger, dear lord. 221111. Okay. Strength of 16. I think you're the strongest. Yes, you are the strongest. 16 is the highest strength of everyone. Good lord! Why? You know who she reminds me of? God, what's his name? Oh my god, I have to look this up. The hostile enemy witcher at this point. Like the big bulky one. God, what was his name again? I like can only picture him. I'm drawing such a brain fart from having streamed for 16 hours. Leshen? No, not Leshen. Whatever his name was. That's what he reminds me. Yeah, from the snake school, exactly. The one you have to fight. So, duckweed. Oh, you know what? Oh, I didn't mean to level you up. That's my bad. But you did get some good stats here, like, regardless. So I'm going to confirm it. And you don't have a target, so I wouldn't be able to level you up anyway. Guildmaster. So duckweed, leveling up an archer, and I'll just invest in high ground. And we'll throw you back into the school. Letho, that's his name, thank you. Because Letho was like, kind of like a rogue? Wearing leather armor, but like, it was massive and hit like a truck, right? You wouldn't look at him and be like, you're a rogue, because he was like big and bulky and ridiculous. And that's kind of what we seem to be going for now. It's like, she's small, but like, she's by far the strongest. So she's just like freakishly strong. Okay, so red team, you could hypothetically go for teamwork training. So in order to do that, now that we have our teamwork, if we were higher level, we could do bigger teamwork, which is like damage against demons and reduce damage against allies, you know, so on and so forth. But obviously we're going to do the lower level teamwork ones. And I think the best one to work on initially is the chain attack chance. So for 2 days, red will be training for that. And I would like to just demonstrate that for the first time. So I'm just going to move the clock ahead so that we can demonstrate that. For helping the farmers, which expires in 3 days, we'll have Icarus, Skyra, and Tacos go do that. And then the minor quests, which gives gold, we'll have Team Blue trigger that. So we're trying to find missing soldiers, we're helping farmers, we're doing minor quests. And then for upgrades, I had mentioned the blacksmith upgrade to be able to make rare equipment. And then eventually, once we have the blacksmith upgrade, we'll also be able to gem stuff. So I haven't been talking about the gems, and I've been amassing them, buying them when I'm able. We haven't been able to do much gem stuff. Ooh, and Ice Gauntlet for the Ice Mage. I haven't been able to do gem stuff because I just can't do it until we get to that upgrade. Your bravery is still like 0 if I take that off, so we'll switch this one out. So the Ice Mage gets the Ice Gauntlet. Makes sense. Also, Tankwith, do you want the bleed daggers instead of the accuracy and crit? Yeah, let's do that. You'll just be the status effect character. Make the 4th theme. So the reason why I'm hesitant to be making the 4th theme just yet is you can eventually add people to the first 3 teams at Respected. It's not necessarily a bad idea. It's just not necessary. I haven't had a need of like a cohesive team yet. So jumping the gun for that is, I think, unnecessary. Because right now they're just filling the assignment needs. Because yeah, there's a 6th slot on each team later on, exactly. And nothing happened. We just passed time again. New week. So, the missing soldiers have been found. After a large, arduous search through the wilds, we found the missing soldiers, and we got a reward promised from Gilbert. Money, essentially. New week. And Ciceron is motivated. You really don't need to level up anymore. You're already the highest level. How are you? You're just... It was ridiculous. So the good news is the team training got done, which is what I want to demonstrate. So I could obviously do the other team training, but now all the members in this party have an increased chain attack chance for 10% for allies with this skill. And they are 100% synergy. So now that I'm like at the end of the stream, what I wanted to do is demonstrate like the power of that, because it's the first time we've unlocked it. And let's see, Daryl. He's trying to gain strength to become a ranger. I got strength, so that's good. He still needs 1 more strength. He's getting closer. And Duckweed is leveling up again. That's pretty crummy. Let's try again. I picked up 1 more willpower. Could have been worse. And Duckweed, I'm going to put you through generic training yet again. Daryl can learn... I'm not going to teach him anything. Because he's changing. He's only this class temporarily. I'm not going to waste the money. So, all of Red Team, I'm not going to put you through a An assignment, because I want you actually deployed, so we do some fighting. Late shipment gives only experience and booze. Maybe what I'll do is have green team go do goblin abduction to unlock a story quest with Fangface, knowing that I can give them time off afterwards. Upgrade dimensional pouch for a bigger bag. And then gems. And if we take a look at the blacksmith here, we can make adventurer coat, which is hit points, dodge, initiative, medium armor, bishop robes, which we already have one, but now you know how to make them. Black steel armor, black steel daggers, black steel greatsword, black steel sword and shield. The champion stuff requires an item that comes that is ancient armor, so that isn't reliably grindable. We already have the Ferdinand talking sword. We already upgraded that. High staff for attack mages, high mage robes, bow for archers or bards, master robes for martial arts, troll armor if we kill a troll, you know, so on and so forth. So we have a lot more crafting ability here. And then Ferdinand the talking sword, the next tier, which gives blade forms, heavy form, light form, sharp form, curved form, is when we get mithril ore, which is not something that we've ever seen so far, just to throw that out there. So this is going to be, because I need to sleep at some point, the last fight of the night. And we're going to take Team Red, who just got all their teamwork training, and Miranda. Thank you for the resub. So Team Red is going to be pulled out, and let's do some out with a bang. Actually, I would really like to go through the caves, because we're going to start collecting, like, iron ore. So defeat 5 encounters. Let's do that. With the red team. I know that there's gear upgrades that we could do. Of that, I am sure. So let's give our leader at least a gear upgrade. I think if anyone deserves it, she does. So dodge, initiative, hit points. Craft. Not that she needs to be more of a monster, but now she is. Bring shovel and keys. So I really need keys. She should be able to, like, pick whatever the hell I want. And then, given her strength, I might not need too many shovels either. She solves both those problems pretty capably by her at lonesome. And I'm going to do... I don't want the trapped area, because that gets really annoying. So I'm going to do this collect items. And I guess I'll bring 2 shovels in case I get stuck. Let's kick it off. Lock-picking by crushing the lock in her hands? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we found one of the purples. So as you can see, with a modifier of 21, a 28 trap ain't that bad. I'm not going to bother with it. Just the amount of experience now that I get for it is not really worth the attempt at loss of bravery. And stuff like this is. Monk dagger punchy thingies. So we got a heavily guarded bandit camp, surely full of ill-gotten loot. We can sneak in and steal, but now we want to kill bandits. I'm here to murder. Murder we shall have. Oh, wow, they're all demons, too. Let's work together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of you. Alright. I'll let them approach me first. So time to see the synergy, right? And this is a target-rich environment, I would say. Quantum, move up here. And let's go shoot, shoot, shoot. Hit 2 of 3. And you're hidden again. Perfect. And you're going to switch to light shots next round. What marks do they have? That looks like Lilith. Yep. So they're bleeding. Bleeding dudes. They think they can bleed me. False. Oh! Chain attack. From downtown. That's another advantage of the arcane range that we picked up. Because I can chain attack from much farther, which makes chaining much easier. And she's the queen of the hill now. Oh, you know what? She has... I keep doing that. I keep using... Because she doesn't have to use... Yeah, whatever. She has an extra point because I miscalculated. Hallis, I'm going to have you move here. And then I'm going to have you cast Aegis on our Paladin, because our Paladin is not going to hold back. Once more into the breach, we'll go. So the Paladin will step in front of Van Deathheart, which is why Van Deathheart is moving forwards. Van, Chain Lightning, 2 of them are immediately dead. And Van, you're not done. That's not your final form. You happen to have a regular lightning up your sleeve, and you missed with it. Of course you did. And then Fig, let's hold the high ground. Let's send this guy frickin' flying. Killed the guy? What'd you... That... What? What are you, a trebuchet? Good lord, man. Well, if we're gonna be like that, how about we just be like that? Charge! Yeah, can you imagine? Like, Fig flung this guy to another hill. She stood on the hill and she's like, this is not the hill you die on. It's that one. Over there. 50 meters that way. Yeah. Shove off. Just goes frickin' flying. Good lord. Miranda, thank you for the gift of subs. You can't even see me. Alright, time to wreak some havoc. That was a standard sneak attack. I did nothing. I'm gonna shadow behind you. Don't worry about it. Nothing's happening here. And I missed your resub and message. Check to see what VODs are up. You didn't expect me to be streaming? Yep, here I am. Oh, there I go. Oh, 70 damage. Good God. There goes another one. Sir, they're dropping like flies. Really? You spend your points to stun me? Well, you tried to stun me. It didn't work. You know what? You're not stunned anymore. Don't worry about it. Van Deathheart, what do you want to do? Let's hold the high ground and, like, just crap lightning on them. No, it didn't. We weren't close enough for a chain. That was a kind of a waste of mana. And you can see the mana core that Bryza has is pretty useful in these instances, because, like, you can just keep going. Alright, you spotted me. Will that help you? No. And I'll get Blade of Light, even though it's completely unnecessary, because we're not really doing any holy damage, but it just looks cool. Something to do. I get it's useless. Alright, don't hurt him. Enemy should be worried about me, so she just pep-talked him. Nice. And that was a chain 30 right there. Unfortunately, no one's close enough to chain for that guy. Speaking of which, could you remove yourself from the gene pool, please? Oh, and here's another chain. So you have 27 health, your bleed 19. I don't really think I need to hit you again. Because, if I'm not mistaken, we have a 30% chain, 20% chain. Does anyone join? No? Alright, let's try again. And this is what the chain attacks are really good at, is like... Yep, you're dead. Chain attack for the win. You can see how it starts to get really, rockin'. I'm actually going to use the Call Thunder, because it's free. It's not an SP cast, and his SP's kind of low. Seems to work. And that's from one of the items that he has. And then, you're the last one. So, I guess they landed a hit on me. One out of the 13 of them. They hit me like once. Yikes, guys. You gotta step up your game. Oh, that was not even the right potion. Good job, me. Oh, yeah, they did get a hit in the mage, true. Let's go this way. Needless to say, it was pretty underwhelming how, ineffective they were. Despite Bioright's, like, not really having bad team comp, they got crushed. This group wouldn't really have any problems with a few lightning elementals. But the elementals, I guess they give, like, elemental cores as, like, for kills. We need to go through here. But those rewards are not super useful, which is why I'm not ever really all that eager to go fight them. We're also about to be exhausted, but the elementals gave up the chase. Unfortunately, we're not really getting any of the ore we wanted from this zone. Just by chance. It's more in the caves, I think. But you can get it out here. So it's just mostly by chance. I know we're exhausted. There's just no one around to slow us down. Or to run us down, I should say. Oh, almost walked into that. The last one's probably up here, because I mean, who knows? I might be unlucky, and I might be in that stretch. And I should rest. I'm going to try the clear and just use the shovel. Oh, yeah, there's the last flower. So, let's camp, because I'm going to have to fight dire wolves before I get there. Quantum, you're friends with Hallis. 15. Who's friends with Ciceron? That was Van Deathheart, I think. 20. Ciceron, return the favor. 15. 6 points left. We'll do start hidden and free cast. Oh, they're even sharing food. And then blames her for her selfishness. But, you know. Alright, doggies. Good luck to you. If you get more than 2 hits in, I'll be surprised. Oh, you know, you do have a boss dog, so maybe. They come in with a dire alpha wolf, which has a intimidating howl, physical attack 3 rounds, and then also a does a strong bite. And I do like the party chatter, and sometimes it actually matters. So, physical attack up. Let's see, go maybe back to once you came. Oh, you missed. Dang it. Is friends the furthest? No, you can straight up have lovers. More than friends. Of course, when you lose your lover in combat, like if they die, there's some dire consequences. No pun intended with all the dire wolves. So like, high relationships are great, but, you know, they can backfire, of course. Alright, let's go ahead and multi-shot. 1, 2... Oh, no, let's get a little closer and then multi-shot. And you can also see the chaining chances here are like all over the place. Confirm! Nice. Given that this is like the last fight, let's then do a retreating... Well, there's nowhere to retreat to. Let's just do a normal shot, so I don't have a wolf up my butt. The alpha's probably like, haha, I'm top dog. So, do we obliterate it for like a near one shot? Or do we just like bleed it? Let's bleed it. Because then we can gut it like a fish. I don't know how you gut a dog like a fish, but we'll try. So gut like a fish does extra damage for bleeds. So, it's dead. And because I have more bravery, I'll just keep going. Now, one of the disadvantages about having the rogue be our leader is, like, the rogue burns through bravery quickly, jumping around the field, and it's kind of useful, in my opinion, to have other people be able to restore their bravery. But whatever. And the last but not least, Van Deathheart's attack. And he's got a free cast, so... How do you keep missing? Man, I'm gonna need pump accuracy on you, dude. Your spells are deadly, and then they miss. Crit 100. I think that's our first triple digit. And she's happy to, like, break herself for the sake of killing. So there we go, and crit 53. Oh my god. So now they just have one wolf left. Fig is just going to... Oh, you know what it could do? Hey, Hallis, catch. You ready, buddy? Here it comes. Oh! Stop it, Fig! for the love of Fig. Alright, you're gonna push yourself now. Charge! There we go. At least you got a hit. I was gonna fling it towards Hallis, and Hallis, like, chain it that way. And then Hallis missed. And it's dead. I don't think they landed a hit. I don't think they did anything. They just got dunked on. Sorry, buds. Whole dang wolf pack, and you did nothing but annoy me. Okay. Yeah, well, we'll check that middle section. Oops. Hello. Just ignore me, Mr. Oh, you got me. One more. What's an extra bunch of demonic bandit corpses to pile up, I suppose. Alright, so let's see here. We're gonna just do a mana pot. Quantum... just hang out. I'm just gonna, like... I'm not even gonna delay, I'm just gonna let them progress to me, because this battle has a pond in the middle, so it's weird terrain. And these are a bunch of, this is different blessings, so there's one Lilith and two, good thing you're here. For everyone else. Some, what's it called? Azazel. Darn. Better. Redeeming yourself for some of your past misses. I can't reach that far. How about from here? Oh, you know what? No, I'll do it like this. Lonnie Lemur, thank you for the resub. Casting protection on self, so as to not get hurt, because he's frontlining at the moment. But Fig will change that. Coming in! Let's get another AP and fling the crossbowman into the dude behind him. Ah, come on! You never land those! That was a 94... What is the log? 95% chance to hit. The dude rolls a 97. Whatever. And now I get stunned for it. Stupid. At least, you know, we're giving them a chance. Albeit a small one. Let's get closer. Let's go for the multi-shot. 1, 2, 3. And unfortunately, with Fig unconscious or stunned, like, obviously not going to chain. Speaking of chaining, Ben Deathheart gives no Fs and just gets right up in their face and kills 2 of them. Because why not? I mean, it's not like they're in any position to stop me. Hallis has like a spell protection, so he's just gonna stand front and center And in fact, insult to injury, you're gonna get beaten down by my priest. Yeah, how's that feel? And now the other grunt doesn't even know what to do, because Ciceron disappeared. High chance to chain. Yep, there it is. Oh, yep, there it is. So that's a really good example of, like, good chaining attacks, right? Quantum has light arrows, so I can shoot them twice. And in that one light arrow, we did 12, 10, 6. And then there's another 10, right? Like, the chaining just heaps on the extra damage. So, obviously, it took some hits there, but nothing too serious. And, we're just looking to see if there's anything important left in the middle. Oh, yeah, there we are. Before we enter this, let's drink 2, 1, and heal. Found some bandits, and we'll attack them. Bandits must die. Oh, and you just got some bravery back. Now, what I could have done is I could have burned some supplies, because they're really not a big deal, and gotten more bravery back for, like, Ciceron or whatever. I didn't, but I certainly could have. And this is a bunch of Azazel followers. So you have 2 people invisible in the front, which is going to really severely limit their... Oh, and you know what? Ciceron is... So here's the leader ability, which I don't think it breaks my stealth. Which is the rallying boost, which it did break my stealth. Unfortunately, she can't use on herself. Which is one of the reasons why, like, maybe she isn't the best person to be the leader in the long run, but whatever. And that rallies everyone and raises up their stats. Let's do Aegis. Was the right call. Fig, you want to go flying? And raise your own armor, because you're gonna have holy hell coming down on you, which is fun. You're tough enough. Yes, group up, because the lightning mage is bored. I don't know what they're doing. Alright, Quantum's here with super high heroics. So chain. What I'm doing is I'm intentionally targeting the ones that are immediately adjacent, obviously, to Fig. So there's super high chain chance, which didn't trigger. Okay. What about you again? No? Okay, let's try that again. What about you? No? That's okay. We'll just keep going. And there we go. That's what I was looking for. Let's keep going. Oh, no, I don't have enough bravery. Or I've done this too many times. As you can see, there's like a limit. So, end. Hey, look out behind you. Now this is what I really wanted to do, which is a very deadly lightning. Yep, that was his ouchies. More ouchie? More ouchie. More ouchie? I'll keep going. The maniac. I like it. And, I thought we were bleeding, were you not? I could heal, but in this case, like, I might just want to attack to potentially trigger chains. And there we go, we chained. Fig. Let's fling this guy into the maniac. With a chain attack. Wow, that's some synergy there. And then attack one more time to just kill him outright. What, you didn't attack me? That's weird. Why aren't you even attacking me, guys? You've just given up now? You know, you can surround my archer. He's multi-shot. Oh, double chains! He killed all three. They surround him, he's like, get the archer! And then they all just die. Good job. Thumbs up. Really effective. And there we are. Giant rubies. That's gonna help pay the bills for sure. Sweet. Quest goals are done. I have a lot more juice in the tank, and we could camp and keep going, but there's not a lot of enemies left here. There's not a lot of loot, so we'll return back to HQ. 8K we pulled away as loot over the 4K that we had, so I don't know, kind of good money. And Quantum and Van Deathheart has leveled up again. Maybe Quantum finally becomes a ranger. I mean, that'd be nice. He's been struggling. Finally, I found you. And the nightmare begins. Just quit your needless quips and come with me. We have an important guest. An important guest? Finally. You should be ashamed of making us wait so long. Not her again. Behave this time. Now, Cecil. We are the ones who came unannounced. And for that, I am truly sorry. I guess this is her older brother. Because of course, we haven't actually met him. We're the leader, we didn't actually go on the quest. Seems like a decent guy. I was already worried he'd be more like the kid. You just thought of something rude, didn't you? I think introductions are in order. My name is Gilbert Greyhorn. I'm the man your adventurers have recently saved. I know my gratitude might come late at this point, but I still wanted to thank the Adventurers Guild for what they had done for me. Of course, that's not worth mentioning. We are always happy to help a noble house like the Greyhorns. Well, I wouldn't say... she's stepping on my foot. And we'd also be happy if we could do anything else for you in the future. That is actually another reason why I'm here. I want to task the Adventurers Guild with a quest. From experience, working for nobles pays a lot. Unfortunately, it's usually also that much more dangerous. As you know, our last attempt to bring down the Bandit King has failed. Since then, a lot more villages and towns have been raided and people have been abducted. It's a situation which we cannot allow to continue any longer. The last few days, my family has been consolidating our forces for a second attack on the Bandit King. Aren't you afraid it will end up like last time? No, because this time will be different from last time. This time, I want your adventurers to join us in battle. I've seen your adventurers fight. They're stronger than any of my men. I'm convinced that with your adventurers on our side, we can finally put an end to the Bandit King. Does he not know the Bandit King's backed by like a demonic god? Whatever. What do you say, Guildmaster? Will the Adventurers Guild lend us their strength? Hey, look, it's our androgynous hands. which happened to be larger than his. I don't know. Adventurers Guilds accept the quest. Thank you, Guildmaster. I swear I will not forget this favor. You should feel honored to have a noble house like ours acknowledge the value of the Adventurer Guild. Why are you even here? This is a talk for grown-ups. Imagine can't even keep your composure for like 5 minutes. It's like, get out of here, kid. The audacity. I'm sorry, Guildmaster, but lately Cecil has refused to leave my side ever since I came back. It's like she's afraid I will disappear if she loses sight of me. Brother! That's surprisingly adorable, isn't it? My little sister is the most adorable being out there. Brother! Did you know when I returned, she ran towards me crying? She tried to hug me, but because she's so small, she just hugged my leg. It took a lot of effort to pry her away from my leg. So tightly did she cling to me. Stop it! No more! And she tried to tell me that she was worried, but I could hardly understand anything from the tears and snot on her face. Honestly, I felt like her cuteness that day would kill me after all the bandits failed to. I said enough, stupid brother! She's crying. I might have overdone it on my teasing. Let us talk about the details of the attack later. We'll be in the tavern if you need us. Cecil, come back! Your big brother is sorry! I so want to hug her. What was that? Nothing. I said nothing. Hello, Guildmaster. Hello, Alyssa. What can I do for you? I heard there was a quest against the Bandit King. Word really spreads fast around here, don't they? But it's true. We received a quest to help fight the Bandit King. If possible, I would like to take part in that quest. I see. I'll think about it. Thank you, Guildmaster. So, little spoiler here. I'll be blue for the spoiler. There are certain opportunities with story characters, like Alyssa, who her family was killed by bandits, and she has traumatic memories of it, to overcome her trait of traumatic memories by participating in killing the Bandit King. With that said, she's not really in a good position. Her squad needs a lot of work, so they would need to level up a lot. But the game sort of prompts you of like, hey, there's a real advantage. There's a real advantage here to potentially use a person that could most benefit from this quest. So as you can see, in order to upgrade our reputation to respected, one more tier, we would indeed need to accept the Bandit King quest, which is no small feat. No small feat. It's a 5-star. We barely walked away with a 4-star. But before we end the stream, I'm going to level up the people that just leveled up, so that Van Deathheart going to even higher heights as a high mage. It's pretty ridiculous. And Quantum maybe becoming that ranger that he finally wants to be. So what he's missing, actually. For ranger, I'm missing a dex. Yeah, I should be a ranger now. Yep, got the dex. I'm going to re-roll because I didn't get a lot of points. I got 2 dex. Okay, perfect. And now Quantum is ready to change target class from Archer to Ranger. New skills for Daryl? No. Yeah, just Daryl. Daryl's, busy. I'm not gonna bother with that. And then assignment complete. Icarus, Skyra, and Tacos have helped the farmers. And, yeah, that I think is where I'm gonna leave off. Having not yet shown the, like, gem augmentation, but, like, you get the idea. You just put gems in gear for, like, little bonuses. Pretty straightforward and typical. So this, friends, is where I'm going to leave off. I know there's a little bit of time left on the board, but after 17 hours, you'll have to forgive me. I'm out of juice myself. I'm going to lose my voice at this rate. Thank you for tuning in to our Adventurer Guild, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. But please keep in mind, I'm trying to avoid backseating and spoilers. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord to take part in community events, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow adventurers.